Hey everyone, thanks for watching another one of our Monday meditations. Today's spiritual exercise is prayer walking. We're going to walk and be in prayer while we do that. Now, I'm going to go for a walk kind of around my neighborhood, but you can walk at your home, you could walk in your neighborhood, or you could walk around the church, or maybe walking is not accessible for you. So one thing that we could do is, um, if you're seated somewhere or even laying down, you can imagine yourself on a journey. You could imagine yourself sitting in a canoe, sitting on a boat, sitting in a car, and riding through a path, a road, a stream, and pay attention to what your imagination tells you. So you can hear it's bike week. This is probably not the best time to do a prayer walk outside and try to record something. But one thing we want to do on this prayer walk, either physically or in our imaginations, is to center ourselves. So you'll notice that there's going to be a lot of distractions. There's going to be some noises and cars and animals, and maybe sometimes you'll step on something or you'll get lost. That's okay. We want to center ourselves and pay attention to God walking with us. So first, I want us to just focus on our breathing. Whether we're actually walking or we're walking in our imaginations, let's take some deep breaths together. Already I feel more calm. The spirit of our prayer walk is to experience God's presence with us, to notice God in our midst, to not have to seek God in the sanctuary or just in prayers by our bedside, but all around us, just as we are moving and living our lives. So as you're walking, what do you see? What do you notice? I see a lot of trees. I see people in their cars or in their yards. I see little colonies of ants. I see a swing that I've never sat in before. Sometimes when we're walking, we need to take a rest. What does it look like to encounter God in our rest? To find God in the journeying and to find God in the resting. I think sometimes we think we have to be actively pursuing God. But the thing about grace, especially prevenient grace, is that it finds us. God seeks us out and encounters us in our waking up and in our lying down. So as we continue our journey, our walk, I wonder what you see and what you find. Make note of those things. And when you feel yourself pulling away from the walking, from the journey, think of a breath prayer or a verse of scripture or an image of God, and use that as kind of your anchor. When you're walking and maybe you get caught up with something going on around you, or you're thinking about something going on later this week, think of that image. Think of that word or that phrase Maybe it's a word or phrase that stood out to you from the Lectio Divina or Visio Divina exercises. Maybe it is an image of God that has come to you in your prayer time. Maybe it's something that stood out to you in a sermon or a devotion. Whatever it is, let that kind of guide you on your path when you have to dodge tree branches or maybe keep an eye out for snakes. What is the thing that's going to guide your journey? For me, one thing that I'm going to keep coming back to is finding God in the rest. It's been a very chaotic year for a lot of us, and I'm the kind of person where I know that I feel like I have to just do constantly to feel like I'm doing a good job, like I have to produce stuff. And what I feel God telling me a lot lately is just be. Just be. Be here. Be now. Be where you are. So my word that I'm going to anchor myself, or my phrase is be here. Be by this beautiful tree that I've probably walked by 100 times and you haven't really noticed how tall it is, the shapes of its branches, how it's providing me a nice cool shade right now. How can you be present to God today? Happy journeying, friends, especially as we continue journeying through Lent. I just wish you peace and rest and curiosity and adventure on the road ahead. Be well. Until next time.